Hi there, my name is Nibha and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to build our first Power Automate in just 10 minutes. In the last video, we talked about what Power Automate is and how trigger and actions work. If you haven't watched the last video, I would recommend starting there. I'll add the link in the description. In today's video, we are actually going to build something. We are going to create a flow that trigger when a new item is added to the SharePoint list, and it automatically send an email to a specific person with the detail of what was just added. So let's get started. Once you logged into the Power Automate, you will navigate to this Power Automate environment. In the left panel, you will see options create, from where you can start building a Power Automate, either a automated cloud flow, a instant flow, or a schedule flow. In the My Flow option, you will able to view all the flow you have created so far. In Share with Me, you will see all the Power Automate you have been shared with. On the top, you see Add New Flow option. Just click on it. Once you click on Create New Flow, there are the few types of flow where you can start from. Remember that automated flow means it trigger automatically. Instant flow means that it required a click of a button. Schedule flow means it run at a particular time. In this video, I'm going to start with an automated cloud flow. Just click on Automated Cloud Flow option. Here you have to specify the name of your flow. So I'm just going to call it Send an Email, and the trigger is when an item is created in SharePoint. So this is one of the trigger for SharePoint. Just click on it, click on Create. Here, by default, you may be navigated to this new designer. So just uncheck this option, click on Switch without saving, and we just added our trigger, which is when item is created or modified. Here it required two parameters. The first is site address and the second is list name. If you click on this drop down, you will able to view all the SharePoint site you have access to. If you can't see the options in the drop down, you can directly copy the link of your SharePoint and paste it over here. For this demo, I'm just going to start with employee task SharePoint site. If you do not already have a SharePoint site, you can first create one and then you can use the same. In the list name, I have all these lists which is under this SharePoint site. I'm going to use employee request list. That's it. The trigger part is done. And now every time a new item is created to that SharePoint list called employee request, this particular Power Automate is going to trigger. And it does not require any coding, any API configuration. Now let's add our actions. So the thing we want to happen when the trigger flies is we want to send an email. So you have to click on new step. So here we are going to use send email. You can just type in the action you want to perform. So here I'm just going to select send an email Office 365 Outlook. Once you click on that action, it will require you to specify which user you want to send an email to and the subject as well as body. You can also choose the sensitivity level, personal, confidential, or whatever you like. In the two, I am just going to enter my email address for now. In the subject, I'm just going to enter new request. And here I can just write anything. For example, submitted a request. But that's not enough and not at all useful. And what I actually want to include, like the detail from the SharePoint list. For example, I can just add the title of the issue, who has requested that issue, when exactly it has created, etc. And that's where dynamic content comes into the picture. Watch what happens when I click inside this body section. This panel appears on the right, and this is called dynamic content panel. And if you see, these are the field which is exactly in my SharePoint list. And I can use these fields in my subject while sending an email. So instead of just typing static test, I can insert these value, and every time the flow runs, it will pull in the actual data from whichever item just got created. Let me build a body like this. So here in the to, I'm just going to add from the dynamic content. So in the to section, I'm going to send this email to the user this request has been assigned to. So I'll just use assign to email, and in the body we can specify the task detail that user is assigned to. So let's just build the body like this. And we can specify who exactly has assigned this task to the user. So I can add that username which is created by, and we'll use the display name of the user who has created that task, and let's call it, and here we can add the task detail. For example, we can add the title of the task, so we'll call it title, and then we'll use the dynamic content. The next we want department, and use it from the dynamic content value. Then we can use requested by, and just like that you can add other detail from your SharePoint list. So I'm just going to save this flow, and once it is saved you will get notified that your flow has been saved successfully. And now we have to test the flow and see if it is working or not. So here is an option to test, so just click on it. So there are two options to test your flow. The first is manually and second is automatically. Automatically trigger you can use if you already have any previous run history, but we don't have any previous run. So just click on manually and test. Now the flow has been started, and if you see it is added a notifier that to see if it works now, modify a list item in the SharePoint folder that you have selected. So this is the SharePoint list which we have added in our trigger. So let's just create a new item. Status as new, priority let's set at medium. In the assign to, I'm just going to assign this task to myself because this is the person the automate is going to send email to. And in the requested by, I can just assign someone else name. Now let's just hit on save. So this is the request we just created. Now it has triggered this flow and status is showing as succeeded. So this is my email address, the email is sent to, and the request detail. Now if I log into my Outlook, if you see, this is the email just got triggered via Power Automate. This request has been assigned by Nibha, and this is the task detail we just added in the email body. Now we have one run history. If you click on test now, you will see this automatically option has been enabled, and it show you with a recent used trigger. This is basically going to use the previous trigger of your flow, and if you make any update to your body, it will reflect in the next run. So if I add anything else, For example, let's add the status. If I hit on test, select automatically, click on save and test. So with the automatically trigger, it run on the previous run. So it will take all the items detail from the previous run. So this is the same request we just created, and it has only added the status as new in our last run. So before we finish, I wanted to show you something really useful that is called run history. So once you are into the my flow section, and this is the flow we just created, once you open the flow, if you scroll to the down, here you will be able to see 28 days run history. And here as you can see, there are only 2 run histories so far. Here you can see the trigger fired, what time exactly, the duration to run the flow, and the status. Once you click on the run history, here you can view what action has been run successfully or what exactly had failed. If your flow has been failed due to some reason, you can just open the run history and you will able to see the reason of the failure. I'll show you more about error handling in later videos. Now, quick note on what you do when your flow failed. First, don't panic. It happened to everyone. Just go to the run history, click on failed action and read what is the error. If your flow has been failed in any of these stages, the most common reason can be the SharePoint site has to be correct, the SharePoint list which you are using that has to be correct. Make sure that you have access to the SharePoint list you are using, or either the to email has any typo in it. If you encounter any error in your flow, drop a comment below and I'll help you figure it out. So in this video, you just build your first Power Automate flow. In the next video, we are going to deep on triggers, the 3 types, when to use each one, and the mistake beginner make that mean their flow never run. If you find this video helpful, do give a like and subscribe to my channel. Comment below if you find any difficulty following this video. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.